All right, what's up, everybody? As y'all can hear, I'm still sick. Sometimes it sounds worse, and sometimes you can almost hear my voice. But the news for the day, the twist on the termination thing the other day, there was even more to it than that. It was even more wrong to that. So, um, my initial reason for calling was to find out, like, hey, this is what I was told was the reason for termination, but I'm hearing I didn't even go into I'm hearing. I was like, well, what were you told? And this is to the hiring person. And she told me a completely different story. She told me that I borrowed something from a female manager. And I haven't even spoken to that person. So obviously they made this story up, pulled this story out of you know what. And then on top of that, I don't believe that they even talked to that person. They just made that up on the fly because if they had talked to that person, I don't think that person would have lied like that. But then again, I didn't think that girl would have tried to put that on me like that. So, I mean, I don't know. But when I say that girl that offered me a ride and then used it because she was going on interviews as an excuse for her being late, which then was an excuse for me to be fired. So that's basically what it boiled down to. And y'all don't know the half of the story. So, anyways, I've dealt with all my due diligence on that part as far as taking care of that matter, and now I'm just in a waiting phase, and that's what it is. Um, but in the meantime, I still need to be a productive, active, working young lady. So I'm going through the same processes that I went through before. The only thing is like I said previously, I have processes. I have those processes perfected. And the thing is that sometimes though when you're in a crunch and you feel like you're quote unquote desperate or whatever for a job or something like that, you skip some steps because you're like you don't want them to feel uncomfortable. But the truth of the matter is that those steps, all of these are business professional steps that should be taken because you're protecting yourself. And what kind of value does an employer have for someone that doesn't take those steps? And what do they think of an employee that they would feel shouldn't take those steps? So it's the same thing. So I skipped a lot. During the interview process, you should always ask for the chain of command. You should always ask about separation procedures. I didn't. I asked after the fact. You should always receive a copy of the contract before you start working. So, and I didn't do either of those things because I was like, oh, I can just make this money real quick. If I could just make it through to this day, I'll be all right and it'll be okay. No, never do that because to me, my reputation is still important to me. And I am a reliable person. I am a dependable person. I am a nice person. I'm a direct person, straightforward person. You will always know what you're dealing with. And the greatest fallout is that I would go above and beyond and out of my way. But the thing that I'm learning is that in this world, that's not, you don't want to do that. You kind of want to just take care of yourself and stay in your lane because, that can be people will use it if they can and they'll turn it against you if they can as well. Also, I'm a very independent person. I'm not gonna be doing anybody any favors by allowing, them to take over certain parts where they don't need to and then place the blame on me. So no, definitely not. So I still am in that crunch where I definitely have an immediate need resources, and I'm kind of invigorated by it. Resources are even fewer. Resources are even fewer, and it's kind of got me on this high because I'm like, yes, I can do it, and when I come out successful in the end, or if I lose, either way, I mean, it was fun. The journey was fun. So that's where I am. I wanted to say thank you very much to all the people that wished me happy birthday wishes. Wasn't a whole lot, but nobody that I do personally. But hey, thank you. I appreciate it anyways. And it was a lovely birthday indeed. Ate my cake, enjoyed my day. Lovely. No complaints. Also, I wanted to say thank you so much to the user that goes by Latoya Singh. Thank you so much for blessing my page with your comments, your words, your thoughts, your positivity. Because as you can see, it is much it is much needed. And thank you so much, like you were saying about intuition. That's really true. I think in the society that we live in today, we are taught to go against our intuitions, that if you go with your intuitions, you're being superstitious, or they try to look at as paranoia and this, that, and the other. But each and every time from the legal situation onward, and even prior to that, I never really had to speak on it because I was never in the light like that or under scrutiny like that. But it's been true. Everything, when your instincts tell you worlds more than anything else would ever tell you, you know. But in those situations, as you can see, I had myself already caught between a rock and a hard place. Like the thing about the ride with the girl, my intuition, you're right, told me ahead of time, hey, this may not be a good look for you. But then I second guessed and was like, hey, give people a chance. You don't know. And then because she was so adamant about seeming so offended that, she was like, I told you I would give you a ride. You know, the thing about it is people have their own benefits. People have all types of burdens that they place on themselves, children's, husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends. I don't have all that. So everything that I do is out of pure genuineness. There's no catch, nothing like that. Everybody else doesn't operate the same way. That's just the way it is. I felt that twinge, but I was like, let me trust, because I have zero friends, zero family. And then people will be fast to say, well, that's fine. You don't trust people. I have, and time again, it shows something different. So from this point forward, in order to be successful in my life, I need to have a goal, a plan, and just stick to it. Everything else, that's good. I'm my own best friend. Me and God rocking it out to the end. So that's the way it is. So what you were saying about intuition, absolutely correct. But by the time I got to that thing, like I said, Monday morning, I called to confirm. And she was like, oh, yeah, no problem. And then, in my mind, I'm thinking I could do something else. Like either I could just be like, look, we need to put this on hold, or go ahead and catch the bus and been there, or go and behold, walk. I don't mind. I walked 15 miles before. It's not a big deal, But I was like, okay, let me open myself up, put myself in a situation of trust and friendship. And what I did was put myself in a situation I couldn't get out of. And something told me when I saw that she was late for the time that she said she was coming, that I need to call the office and let them know. But I was like, okay, it's going to be all right. Didn't. And I had to encourage her to call the office when she took me 20 minutes out of the way. I don't know where she was going. But but at that point, I had no choice because I was in her car. I didn't have a phone to call. And then she didn't. I had to kind of push her to, because she was like, she didn't even want to go to work, period. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't let this girl take me out of the blue somewhere. So I'm like, okay. So she calls, and then at that point, I don't have no choice because, like I said, I'm in her car. For me to get there on my own, I would have had to left a couple of hours earlier. So it was what it was. So yeah, intuition is right. The thing about the girl with the Disney thing, the same thing, about the other job. And I backed out at the last minute. Hey, and I'm glad I left because it was getting creepy. Like I said, I'll leave work and her boyfriend would be in his car. Maria, I'm like, what the heck? It was creepy. It was weird, and then it was gonna start being night. So I did the right thing. Now I know that I know. Part of me wants to be trusting and love people and just be like, hey, it's gonna do what it do, but we've done what we've seen it do what it do, and it didn't do the right thing. So I need to make sure, each and every job that I go to, each and every interview for myself, that I get all that information up front, because after the fact, they don't give a F about you. You know what I'm saying? They're just there to protect themselves and their positions, and they're not gonna budge. Whatever they think they can get away with, that's what they're gonna do. So, going forward, like I said, all the due diligence that I put in, I'm going to make sure that I do it and keep it. I was skipping it before because I was like, I just need a job. Just go. It's not worth it because you waste all your time, your resources, especially when you have little resources, and the company may be unscrupulous. I was about to say unscrupable. Let's make up a word. Unscrupulous. But that's good. It's good that I'm creative like that. But so, like I said, I'm doing all my due diligence. I'm keeping with it. I will not, going forward, ever allow a coworker. Coworker is coworker. That means that stays at work. It does not come home. Period. It does not go outside of the office property. That's it. I will not discuss anything personal. I will not talk about anything personal. I will be absolutely silent regarding that. I will stay in my corner. I will smile and keep a pleasant look on my face. But I will not disclose any personal information. I mean, it is helpful, I think, to exchange information for the fact of paychecks and things like that. But, I had to kind of battle that with kids' gloves. But it is good to, like I said, connect on that level. But as far as anybody taking me to work, bringing me home from work, making plans to hang out after work, it's not happening. Not happening at all. I'm busy. Whatever it is I'm busy doing, I'm just busy, and just leave it at that. But it is good for figuring out about things about the job, like about did you get paid on time and all that kind of stuff. But outside of that, So, anyways, thank you to Latoya Singh for that comment. Most definitely, instincts are crucial. And I know what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Take the emotion out of it. We're not friends. We're not family. We're not even associates. I just need to get my money. I need to do my work and get paid for it. I need to go and I need to make you feel good and just put a smile on my face and just be there while I'm there. And that's it. Anything other than that is extra. And I don't have the resources for extra. So anyways, I'm about to get to this. If I gotta walk 15 miles to get where I'm going, that's what's gonna happen. But God bless. Thank you again for the well wishes. To be honest, I appreciate it. But y'all see how it's going already. but just on a positive note, I do enjoy my life anyways. I see the humor in it. I enjoy the challenges and the opportunities that come about. And some of it is just downright hilarious. You can't make it up. As a matter of fact, I jotted down because, as y'all know, I can't do this on the go anymore because my phone was stolen with the card and everything. So, yeah, so I jot down little things that I noticed. Some of the stuff, time goes by and you just miss it. But I'm not gonna stop. As far as when it comes to work, definitely no more. And usually that's where I thought was a safe place to be nice and to be friendly, but no. No. But, like the Greeks say, everything in moderation. So, after I went for that thing on Friday or whatever, whatever day before yesterday, one of these days, and it was a complete fluke. It was not what they said it was. So I wasted that last bit of money. And maybe that was God's way of letting me know that all of that money was like blood money. It was terrible. It wasn't meant to do me any good. Make sure that it's gone completely out of my pockets, and it is. And so now 120% independent, everything on my own. At the most, probably $1 to my name, $1 or $2, and I know I'm gonna make it. So I'm happy. I'm gonna do this. And I'm not even gonna, I had little stuff that I jotted out that happened throughout the day, but I'm not gonna go to it. But the one thing that I did, I met this one guy. I was at the bus stop, and I thought I was gonna be late to this fluke interview that turned out to be garbage. It wasn't what they advertised. But I remember sitting at the bus stop and listened to him talk about how he worked at this place and they didn't pay him, worked at that place, didn't pay him, Christmas time, blah, blah, blah. And as I was listening to this man who's like a general laborer, I'm thinking to myself, I'm just laughing on the inside because I'm like, I'm going through the exact same thing, and it's like, it's hilarious because nobody would believe the story. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would believe you sat and talked to him and told him this. Then that's how his story sounded. But I could believe it because I've been through it, So it was I just had to laugh. And I started telling him my story. And by the end of it, I was so sick. As y'all know, I'm really sick. And my eyes, I was like, I always keep a smile on my face. It was kind of ironic because I was smiling. But because of my sickness, because I'm not feeling well, my eyes was watering up and there was water flowing down my cheeks. And it was just, that made it even more funny. And then on top of that, as I was laughing, my eyes squinched up more. And I had cold or whatever because I don't know if I had pink eye or what's going on. Both of my eyes are messed up. It was blocking. I couldn't even see anymore. Water, mucus, everything in my eyeballs. And it was just crazy. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank you so much for your continued support. I'm about to get on this grind real quick, and I'll let y'all know how it goes. Hopefully, I'll be feeling better soon. If not, it's okay. Something different. Anyways, bye. Thanks again for love and support. Bye.